John Blaze talking it down to Heavy Duty Core DJs. This is now another episode of Indie iKON. Special guest in the building, Cecily Collins. What's up, sir?
What's going on, baby?
How you doing?
Shoot, I'm chilling, man. Oh, chilling. My bad.
There you go. Speak
My
to
bad.
the mic.
I forgot we had the handhelds. My fault.
Yeah. So it's a special week for you, man. You just got the long-awaited album, solo project, Alien.
Yes, sir.
This is a special project to you. Why is this special for you?
I mean, reason number one being, it's the third and final installment of the trilogy of the saga, the Destroyer saga, and that's where that shit all started.
Yeah, classic album, by the way, classic Arizona project.
Thank you, fam. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so this is this is a follow up to Legend of the Phoenix. It's been 5 years since I've actually put out a album that was related to that saga and that same effort and that same thought process and it was just time.
Yeah, you put a lot of thought in creativity into these projects, so that's why you might have fans waiting like, yo, where's the next album, what's the project? You go away for a little while, but the entire time you're creating and you're building for these releases. How long does it really take for you to go through that process to feel like you're ready to start?
Yeah, of course. I'm working the entire time, and for me, when I do an album that's like Alien or like Destroyer or Legend of the Phoenix, I want to live in that energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to live in that energy, and I want to create an environment for myself to work in. So it takes time. It's a process every time, and it takes time to even know what it is you want to do. Intention is everything, and I don't just go out here just making shit. Everything I do is with intention.
That's kind of one of the things that I really appreciate and respect about you is you make everything with intention, from the brand to the rollout, to the fashion. You know what I'm saying? You're big on fashion.
Facts.
And it all comes together and it creates who Sincerely Collins is. But you refer to yourself as an alien.
Right.
Why is that? And what does that mean to you?
Man, it started with Weird as the New Cool, just being an outcast.
That's where I first saw you.
Yeah.
The band, shout out to Weird as the New Cool. That was
facts. Just being different. It's always been that. That's always been my brand, and always being, last of a dying breed, rare. I move different, man. Like people don't really understand it always, but I'm always staying true and always being real to myself, and that can really leave you alienated in this society, especially this clout world that we live in.
Yeah, so I know that you've been in the game a long time, pushing, traveling, doing the whole thing.
Facts.
Independently, we're an independent station. We work with a lot of independent artists. The hustle is 10 times, 100 times more than any other. But it seems like you embrace that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what it takes, man. My idols, like I gotta compete with my idols. I'm not competing, with all due respect. I'm not competing with our local acts here. You know what I mean? Like, right. I see that. I see everyone here as an alliance of some sort. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not competing with them. I'm only trying to build on the brand of Arizona, whether it be confrontation or not. It's all to build the brand of Arizona. But my competition is Childish Gambino. My competition is Jaden Smith. My competition is Drake. My competition is Rocky. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking on that level. So every time that I come out, it's like, what is Kobe doing to prepare? Like, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you got to have that mentality too, as a whole, and to be honest, like, we need that. So I appreciate that, because we need that thought process and that hustle, that next level grind. You know what I'm saying? To break out, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people are going to follow you, you know what I mean? There's a lot of talent, young talent coming up, that is following you too, so they're definitely looking at you. All right, so how was COVID, the year for you? Like how did you adjust during all that? You obviously were busy.
Yeah, super busy. COVID was interesting for me because it kind of just like gave me like an extra time, like extra padding to not have to feel rushed with the project.
Right.
You know? It was supposed to drop kind of like last year, and you know the building part of it and the reconstructing and breaking down and adding and the my process. It wasn't going to come out in time, and COVID kind of just like gave it like some breathing room.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I also, I'm involved in a lot of other things musically because, streaming don't always pay the bills. Like you gotta find other ways to make income in this game. So I'm doing a lot of stuff that's like, music placements and songs specifically, licensed to companies and stuff like that. So I'm doing a lot of side projects that didn't have anything to do with the album that I had to completely take my focus off of the album.
But that's going to allow you to do what you love and your main focus on the music.
Exactly.
Very necessary.
Exactly. And I'm blessed that I can still, it's almost like that's the 9-to-5 part of my music career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I'm still doing music for the 9-to-5.
How important is that other stuff though? Because the music is there. I always tell people like, look, the music is like 10, 15, 20%. Everything else, like the business, the promotion, social media, like it all.
You got to become so passionate about every aspect of what it is you're putting out. Like, you can't like, if you go and sing in front of a crowd, and you just look like I don't know, you don't have any kind of presentation. Like that crowd, like even if your presentation is like bummy, you know what I'm saying, like
embrace the bummy.
Embrace it, wear it, flaunt it, sell it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you have to have that mentality with every aspect of your career. So when it comes down to making the music, once that music is done, you got to be that passionate about what you roll up in. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
what you wearing.
Yeah.
And you got to
show out, man.
Yeah, you got to be that passionate about your artwork. You got to be that passionate about how the people receive your rollout, even just the words that you're saying in your posts.
The post.
You know what I mean?
Very important. And you
got to create a world for them.
Yeah, you do that at another level, and that is why we consider you an elite artist. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother.
In the region, you know what I mean, for sure.
100.
And we're looking forward to for more from Sincerely Con. So all right, so Alien is out right now. Go get that. Go stream it. I listened to it last night. I let it breathe. It's a beautiful project, and I do got to say this. Everything I heard is you. Like the creativity, because I know you, you know what I'm saying? So for those who don't know you, they'll definitely understand you when they listen to the project. But sonically, this thing is crazy. Like, it's probably one of the best, like, sonically, you know what I mean, sounding albums that I've heard in a long time, especially at an independent level.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, that was what took the most time, I would say, is making sure, and my team will tell you, they were a little bit... they were getting anxious. They were ready to go, like in August. And that shit needed to sound like the highest level music. And
is that the longest part though, getting it to sound right?
Yeah, man. Like, just taking that tedious time to make sure everything, because a lot of times music like mine is there's a lot of experimenting in the recordings. So you're having to find out how these things fit into what you're doing, and you're kind of having to you're alchemizing in every moment,
right?
And some people aren't comfortable with that.
A lot of people don't even know what alkalizing. What did you say?
Alchemizing.
I don't even know. I mean, this alchemist. Shout to the alchemist.
Same thing. Yeah,
but,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Alchemizing. That's a whole other. That just proves my point. You know what I'm saying? On the thought process and your creativity.
Yeah.
And direction when you're in the studio, man. So, salute. Congrats on the new project. And man,
thank you.
Well, one more question. What does being independent mean to you?
Being independent to me has meant freedom. It's meant absolute freedom with my creativity. I've had the freedom to make mistakes. I've had the freedom to prevail. I've had the freedom to just have that open palette to use whatever resources that I have to create the best thing that I can with those resources. And that's not always the case with all people, There were times early on, like when I was 16 years old, I was almost signed by Warner through this dude named Gardner Cole, who had done hits for like Madonna and shit like that. And I just think about like the artist that I would be if I had done that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I might be some just manufactured, just like dude, you know what I mean? Who never got to find himself.
You might have just been named Kyle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts, bro. Exactly. It might have been some whole other shit. So I'm very grateful and thankful for you know, the journey that I've had and the independent journey in general has been amazing.
That's what's up, man. Will, we are blessed to have you a part of our scene and in the community, man.
Thank you,
Sincerely
brother.
Collins, the new album Alien. Go stream it today. It's on all platforms. This is Indie Icon Radio. John Blaze.
Talk of the town.
Episode of Indie Icon. John Blaze, Indie Icon, Sincerely Collins. Alien is landing. Let's go.
Just another trip around. I share on the sun. It's me.
Hey, yo, Blaze. My verses is Stanley Ipkiss, you dipshits better call lip shits. When niggas see you eating your biscuits, they throwing bitch fits. These women all on rod, man, bullshit to blow the pistons. I kept these cameras rolling, so how could y'all niggas miss this? It's just funny how money come, hyenas acting hungry some. The shit'll leave a scarred cliff hanging till that sun become king of a desert, hidden concrete jungle run. As far as you can up out that demon-filled sunny slum. Pussy sweet as honeycomb, bet I'm making honeycomb. Drowning in it till I'm dead, that's a wrap, mummy mom. I'm grabbing on that bunny bun, I got the sauce, I'm Heinz. I only fuck with tens who say that I got awesome lines. Back to the music, this the intro, so I got some time. While Trump got aliens in cages and not the saucer kinds. Making it easier for Zimmerman to cop some nines. I ain't gonna lie, in case it's war, I'm about to cop in mines. Shit, Tony told me I should talk about it. Y'all say I went pop about it. Honestly, this city doesn't pop without it. I clean it up, I brought the mop about it. Every time I drop about it, y'all niggas just seeing who could talk the loudest. I bet a couple rappers saw at that line. As far as friends, before I popped, I had like 4 at that time. Then more and more kept showing up, I was so torn at that time. But even when the sky is falling, ho, I'm soaring at that time. I see vividly the back when little me was getting his raps off. Before La Stella Rose or Baby Mamas and Rap Wars. Before Cab hit me about Maj and I made that pass off. I'm wishing both my niggas the best and I hope y'all blast off. Maybe we might talk about it, this life or the next at least. It only took a year to kill that scene, we made them rest in peace. Bullshitting about the bullshit, it's time to flex and feast. Shit if for nothing, just to break the city's hex at least. Talk of the town, baby. John Blaze, iKON Radio, let's go.
This confirms this test of the emergency contact system. This is only a test.
Sincerely Collins, Indie Icon, Scout.